Talk 41. Does working correctly prevent accidents? All of you have heard and learned many safety rules since your first day in this company. In dangerous areas, signs remind us not to smoke, to avoid fire. Other signs warn us about high voltage. Posters on the walls remind us to wear safety glasses and protective shoes when needed. And regularly, we meet here for 5 minutes to reinforce our positive attitude toward accident prevention. That is exactly what we are doing today. The result so far is that we have built a stronger awareness. We know that working carefully protects us from injuries and keeps our co-workers safe too. The other day, I thought about these talks, and I realized we may not have spoken enough about the need to do the job correctly. I mean, the specific job each one of you performs. If you know exactly what you are doing at every moment, the chance of injury is minimal. Knowing a job in detail involves many things. First is the skill you had to develop when you started learning. Not everyone can operate a machine safely. You had to learn the correct way to use the equipment. That was one of the first lessons you received here. You also had to learn what you cannot do with machines or tools. That is just as important. It is important to know that a crane cannot carry more than its limit. It is important to know that a wrench is not a hammer. Many injuries happen because workers use tools for the wrong purpose. They do it because they have never seen someone else get hurt doing the same thing. For example, some don't realize the danger of grinding a piece on the flat side of a wheel, or they slide a pipe onto the handle of a wrench to gain leverage. Maybe they know the risk, but they think, I can get away with it this time. That attitude causes injuries. Besides knowing what you can and cannot do, you must also know all the possible hazards of your work area. If you use a grinding wheel, you must know that particles can fly. That is why guards must always be in place, and why you must always wear eye and face protection. The worker who knows his job well understands the risks, and therefore he always uses the protective equipment needed. No excuses. Yes, you might move heavy materials without protective shoes, but if you know the job and the risks, you won't. You will wear them, because there is always a chance something heavy will fall and crush your foot. From my perspective, the worker who does the job correctly is a careful worker. He must be. He has the skill to use tools, machines, and equipment safely. He knows the hazards around him. He uses guards and protective gear, and he shields himself as much as possible against injury. So let's remember this. The first rule of accident prevention is simple. Work correctly. When you truly know your job, you will never think that you are free from risk, because awareness and skill are what keep you safe.